Can someone link me the Chillin' Dude Nintendo diss track, because I have not seen it yet and I would like to see it. Oh, hi! What's up, everybody? Welcome! We're gonna go over the Nintendo Panda Global Circuit announcement. I am gonna talk all about my opinions on it. Okay, so let me show y'all what we're talking about. Okay, so we're talking about this Nintendo announcement. Let me just pull it up real quick. And by the way, I was napping. I woke up at like 5 a.m. for some ungodly reason. And then I went back to sleep around like 8. And then I woke up at like 11:30 and I look on my Twitter and I see a circuit has been announced, much to my surprise. And here's the announcement. Panda Global tweets, and so did Nintendo. Nintendo tweeted it, but I'd rather just show the Panda Global one. We are proud to announce our partnership with Nintendo America. In 2022, Panda will bring the first officially licensed circuit for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and Super Smash Bros. Melee to North America. More details for this short series of events with cash prizes coming later. Couple things of note here. Melee included. Absolutely shocking. Okay, I did not expect that in a million years. Straight up. Because they don't really sell Melee anymore. So it, for a corporation to do that, very shocking. And then the next part is, it says cash prizes. No f***ing Ultimate controller, no weird looking jacket, no Mario plushie. It's actual cash money in the bank, is what it says. It says cash, which I would assume means that it cannot possibly be cash value prizes. It's like, it's actual cash, which is cool. That's good. Those are two very good things. I mean, the whole thing is a good announcement, right? But not gonna lie, I woke up. I looked at my phone. I always wake up with like one eye open. I look and I see it and I go, oh, Nintendo Circuit with Melee and Ultimate. Okay. With Panda Global. Okay. All right. And then I put it down and then I laid my head back down, right? I didn't wake up. I didn't go, woo! Fuck yeah, baby! Yeah! I didn't do any of that. I literally just saw it and then I put my phone down and I closed my eyes again. I didn't fall back asleep, but you know, my eyes were tired. I couldn't waste them on the screen. They were sore. Hugo, why the lack of excitement? Well, I think that Panda Global has the community's best interests at heart. However, I feel that over the last decade plus, Nintendo has proven the exact opposite. They themselves, not Panda Global, that Nintendo themselves do not have the best interests of the competitive Smash community at heart. So, I am cautious. I think that Panda's involvement is a good sign. I don't take Panda, nor Alan, the person who runs Panda, David as well. I think they co-run it or whatever. I don't take them to be people who would cater to Nintendo's every whim just to get this to happen. I think they would have certain demands to make it happen, but I also understand that it is Nintendo, and in order to work with them, as it's been proven many times in the past, you need to make big concessions. Now, what those concessions are, I don't know. There's no world. I will eat my own dick, okay? There is no world where Panda Global got away with what they wanted for the community with no concessions. There is no way Nintendo was like, what do you need? And then Panda Global was like, I need XYZ. And then Nintendo was like, okay, yeah, sure, that works. Yeah, let's run it. No way, okay? If I'm wrong, I will eat my own dick, okay? I'll eat it. So yeah, I am cautious because I don't think that this deal came without concessions, and I think we're gonna land somewhere, hopefully, in the middle. Maybe a little to Panda Global's side, right? Yeah, you guys are like worried for me about what I just bet on, but I literally am not concerned. There's no way Nintendo didn't force them to make concessions. Now, what concessions might those include? Probably no UCF. Probably straight up vanilla Melee. I'd be guessing, right? And I know there are people ready to be mad at me and post it on Twitter or whatever, but I am guessing the prize money is not going to be that great. Right? This is just me guessing at it. I don't know for sure. But I would wager that they are not paying really good money. If I were to guess a range, like this is just straight up ballpark, I would say, and again, this is better than nothing, but maybe like first place gets like, oh man, like, huh. Dude, if there's actual cash on the line, can they do some? Can they lowball it? Can they do like 1,000 for first, and get away with it without getting all kinds of scrutiny? All right, big guess here. The circuit events get no money, and then the big finals get actual money, like 100,000 or something. I don't know. I'm just guessing. If each event gets money, I'm thinking first place might get 5,000. I think that's like a number that's low enough for Nintendo, but some people will be happy with it. I don't know. No, I don't think anything happens to the Smash World Tour. I think people would be happy to participate in both, unless Nintendo said like you literally can't compete in both. But I don't think they'll do that. Now, will there be established franchises of tournaments, grassroots events that are going to be a part of this, or are these going to be exclusive to this circuit? You know what I mean? Like, are they going to get a Big House involved or a Genesis involved, or are they just going to do, this is Nintendo Tournament A, Nintendo Tournament B, Nintendo Tournament C, this is your circuit, right? I suspect that they will utilize the grassroots events that already exist. I think Panda would push for that because these TOs who have been in the game for a while deserve to get paid. And I'm hoping to God they get paid. I'm hoping they don't just do the circuit thing and Nintendo doesn't give them anything for it. Now, granted, if they are an official Nintendo Circuit event, the attendance will be there, and that'll hopefully compensate them for being a part of it, because the attendance numbers should be big. But I still think it'd be cool if, you know, Nintendo supported those events with money, not just like, here, you get to be a Nintendo event, go ahead and pay out of pocket, good luck. Hopefully the attendance covers all those costs, right? That's what a cool-ass company would do. We'll see what happens. Now, rule set. That's a good question, Mo. How will you feel when they announce it's an items on all stage legal circuit? That's a good question. So, as far as rule set goes, my prediction is, look, I think they know. I think Nintendo and Panda know that if they pull some free-for-all items on all stages legal type of bullshit, no one in the competitive scene is going to care. It's going to be nothing but backlash. And I get that they could still do it, but I think they know that there's literally no point to doing it that way. You might as well not have the circuit at all, right? That is a bare minimum. So I think that they will actually adhere to normal tournament rule sets. I actually think they will. I think they have to. If they didn't, then they have to be smart enough to know that this is a waste of time and a waste of resources. No one's going to give a shit. And on top of that, it's going to be negative publicity. It's just going to make things worse. So they might as well have not gotten involved at all if that's going to be the case. So I think the rule sets will be normal tournament legal rule sets, which is cool. Obviously with some, again, concessions where I think certain things, like possibly controllers, will be banned. Like box controllers, specifically. Are they going to ban, like, modded GameCube controllers? Goomwaves? Controllers of the like? I don't know. I did an interview a while ago where I was asked, what would it take for Nintendo to, like, gain people's favor again? My opinion, I said, look, they've already done us so dirty that if they came out and announced a circuit, it'd take a lot. It'd take a lot of money. It'd take, like, our rule sets. And also, to be honest, I think it would take people from our community to vouch for it. It can't just be Nintendo's thing and no one from our community is involved, because there's just no world where I'm going to trust that. The fact that Panda Global is involved helps me trust it. Though I'm still hesitant. Like, I'm not excited because I haven't seen the details yet. And I trust that they're not going to be as perfect as we'd like. But I'm hoping that they're good enough. Just because I don't see why Panda would waste their time or the community's time with something that was subpar. Now, there might be people out there who, like, when they hear that it's going to be vanilla Melee, that they get fucking furious and pissed. And I think that certain concessions would be worth it depending on what the benefits are. Like, is it stupid money? Then I could do with, like, Transformation Pokemon Stadium. Right? Get ready. There's gonna be people in the community who, when they hear what these concessions are, because once again, there will be concessions, and if there are not, I will literally eat my own dick if Nintendo actually just agreed to everything without putting in their own input, right? That's how certain I am that there's no way Nintendo didn't put a bunch of stipulations on this shit. I'll do it! But when those concessions come out, there will be people, I'm not gonna lie, mostly in the Melee community, that are going to be very vocal about how they're just gonna be like, yo, this. Okay, it's gonna be like, yo, guys, you gotta turn on transformations for Pokemon Stadium, and then a bunch, there's gonna be Melee people who are just gonna be like, oh, this. Fuck Nintendo, right? Fuck everything. And I'm not gonna agree with them. It depends, right? If they do that, and then on top of it, first place only gets $500, then yes, fuck all that, right? Fuck all that. But if they're putting up some real fucking life-changing money for these players, and they're paying tournament organizers to run it, I'm okay with it. No, chill. No, transformations are not sick, okay? They're not sick. They're terrible. All right, spot the Fox players, okay? Anyone who says they're fine, they're a bunch of fucking Fox players. But yeah, I could live with it, right? What's another concession I could live with? Removing box controllers is a concession I'm not too happy with. The money better be stupid. All right, then you're getting to that territory where the money needs to be even better. Another concession, stupid-ass rules, like items on, no amount of money. Okay, look, if they were like $20 million, I'd be like, okay, have fun, guys, but no one's going to take it seriously. But at least people won't be that mad because that's a good amount of money. All right, but there's no world where Nintendo puts up that kind of money. Like, Nintendo could. Nintendo could be like, yo, you guys want to see us fuck this whole community? It's going to be items on, Hyrule only, Fox banned, but we're going to put up $20 million. And then you're going to watch everyone enter anyway. Be like, okay, yeah, you got us. And that money doesn't mean shit to them. They can just do it just because, right? Like, they could do it. That'd be some shit. But they're not. They're not gonna put up that kind of money. There's no way. But yeah, a normal amount of money with those kinds of shitty rules, I will not concede. Like, it's gonna be garbage. What other concessions can we expect from this? Low prize pool. Let's say everything is good. Let's say everything is perfect. Let's say it's UCF. I know this is absurd, but let's just imagine that it's UCF, tournament rules, you can use your box controllers, all that shit, controller mods, all that. But the prize pool is dog shit. Every event, first place wins $500, second place wins 200, third place wins 100, no one else wins anything. And then the nationals at the very end, first place gets $1,000. The prize pool is dog shit. We just had to concede the money. Is that okay? I say no. I think no, they got to put up more money. I think at that point, even if the rules are perfect and it's sanctioned, we know they got more money than that. That is some bullshit, and we would just reject it. Some people would still enter just to be a Nintendo champion, I guess. But I think the community at large would hate it. But yeah, there's no chance that the rules are going to be that good. But there is a chance that the money is going to be that shitty. So you can see my my hesitation here, right? So yeah, and like you could have looked all over Twitter when the announcement happened, and a bunch of Ultimate people were so excited, and that's fair, right? Because they've mostly known Nintendo love. And then you look at the Melee Twitter, and almost everyone is like, I don't know about this, or fuck them, or we don't need them, or yep, I'm not excited about this whatsoever. That was all of Melee Twitter. Like Mango said it. I didn't even tweet because that's what my thoughts were. But the Panda Global people were all excited, right? IBDW was excited. Which again, if you were excited, I'm not trying to say that if you're excited as a Melee player, then you're not really a Melee player. That's not what I'm saying. It's totally fine. I'm just saying the pattern that I saw between the two communities, and it makes sense because, yeah, I don't think Ultimate's been burned as many times as we have, but they have been burned. You know, there's still more love there. And then whereas we feel like we've just been shit on for so long. Coney was kind of alluding that the rule set would be the standard one. Yeah, I actually do feel that the tournament rule set is going to be straight up standard. Because I think both entities, Panda and Nintendo, they know that if they were to pull off some like items on free-for-all shit, not only would people not want to enter, not only would it be a waste of everyone's time, it would also bring about negative criticism. So then what the f was the point anyway, right? It just wouldn't have existed if that was going to be the case. So yeah, we're waiting on details. Another thing to consider is that this might not even come to fruition in the end, right? That could happen. I've seen this before where we're right on the cusp of it. Except this time it was publicly announced. That's different. But there's a world where they're still working out the details, but they announced it today for whatever reason. Some people suspect that it was because the Multiverses announcement, the Warner Brothers platform fighter was announced, and sure enough, they came out with the announcement of the circuit today. Not a coincidence, in my opinion, but it is telling that we're as close as we've ever been to something like this. So we'll see. I'm nothing but hesitant. I think that Like, if I were to lean on whether it's probably good news or bad news, I lean towards good news. Even though I'm still hesitant and I'm reserving excitement, I think it's good news. Honestly, they could even announce the rules and the prize money and it's all good, and I'd still reserve excitement because I've just been burned so many times that until I see it happen and until I see players getting paid, because remember, they've had events where they just didn't pay players, aka like Platoon, etc. I think it's normal to reserve judgment until like literally the whole thing is done and they did what they said they were going to do. And I'm not surprised that it's Nintendo America and NA event only, because Nintendo Japan has been the main source of problems with the company. Like, Nintendo America, from what I understand, has made some sort of attempt to gain the favor of the competitive community, and it's been Nintendo Japan who's always kind of shut it down a bit. Not that NA Nintendo has been like 100% gung-ho, but they've tried, and Japan's been holding them back. And yeah, I think it's actually closed to non-residents of the states, I think. So I'm not sure how that's going to work. I wouldn't be surprised if some people chose to move here for the time being to be able to go. One last thing before I wrap this part of the stream up. P+, what concessions are we willing to offer if they just snuff the other communities? Now, we've learned our lesson from last time that you shouldn't do that, right? That we shouldn't abandon our communities. But we're in a place where those communities are already getting shafted by Nintendo. Like, we literally are already in a spot where Nintendo is threatening legally these events for having P+. So we actually can't have them anyway. It's not like we're taking them off of the events. We literally already can't have them at the events. And then P+ and the mods on Smash, they're having like side tournaments, underground tournaments, which is cool. No one's denying they exist. They're fucking sick. And I hope those continue to get support. And I don't see how Nintendo ever stops those. So that'll still be a thing, right? So I'm wondering in what world they could actually do more to P+ than what they've already done. You know, so it's like, I don't really see how this changes anything. And they're definitely not going to support it. Don't be crazy. They're not going to support it. And they already actively stop it. This circuit does not change that. Oh, and then one more thought. Final thought. Why did they include Melee? Right? If you think about it, here are the reasons they wouldn't. It's one, they don't sell Melee anymore. They don't make money off of the game. Two, it would benefit them to honestly do this just for Ultimate in the hopes of kind of slowing down Melee and like bringing more attention to Ultimate instead. Whatever. For monetary reasons or whatever. Etc. Right? So why are they supporting us? We've also been the most vocal against them. So why are they supporting us? Two reasons. Makes sense to me. One, we're a big part of the Smash scene, and our support would mean a lot for the circuit. And two, possibly a Switch port. That's a possibility that you'd have to consider, that there is a monetary reason for them to include Melee. And that could be to make sales of the port. That could be a thing. I don't know how that would work, and that would be one of the concessions that would be detrimental to the circuit, is if there is a port and that port is ass, like I'm talking like 10 frames of input delay, they fix certain glitches like wave dashing or L canceling, it would simply not be Melee anymore, and no shot. And I already know how this is going to work. You're going to have most people reject it, but you're going to have some people, like maybe Hungrybox, not going to lie, they're going to play and they're going to be like, you know, it's honestly not that bad. No, honestly, I thought it'd be a lot worse. It's pretty good. It's like, all right, look. Look. Remember when we were trying to get monitors to work? And then, like, some random Fox or Falco would be like, I feel the difference. And then, like, a bunch of other people were like, no, I don't. Like, in my mind, I think some spaceys just like to believe. They, like, create situations in their mind for why they're losing instead of just accepting that they're losing. But anyways, that kind of difference, I think, is totally negligible. In fact, I think that monitor Melee was totally fine and great for the scene, and I hated that there were people that were vocally against it. But if that's the difference between the versions, then it's all good. But if it's the monitor gameplay that we're used to from our past when that shit was trash, then there is no hope. No one's gonna play on that shit. So we'll see. I think a port would be cool as long as they do it right. I'm literally saying don't fucking touch the code. Don't touch it. Don't make it laggy. Don't get rid of wave dashing or L canceling. If you're gonna patch characters, that is so touchy. It better be right. And even then people will be mad, but it better be right. Like Fox up smash kills a little lowers. Like on some PAL shit, I'm down. I'm down. They turn it into PAL, I'm down. But I don't trust them to patch shit, so I'd rather just say, just don't do it. Give Samus a real role? Oh shit. Now we're talking, baby. I'm in. You can literally make it high rule, items on, dog shit rule set, but you give Samus a good role, I'm fucking in, baby. I'm in. But anyways, all right, so those are my thoughts on the Nintendo Panda Global announcement. Check out youtube.com/hugs86. Yes, everybody, thanks for watching. I'm going to wrap it up. I got to go eat. Peace out. Good night. Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your week and shit. Bye. Everybody who likes my shorts is really fucking hot, and that includes you guys. I noticed that it is mostly the really hot, attractive people who like them. Isn't that weird? It's the other people that hate them. Oh yeah, your shorts are flames. Hey, thank you, Fat Goku. You're hot as fuck, dude. All of you are hot.